I'm Stephon White here, and I'm here with my good buddy today,
Malone.
And today we have
Speed Racer.
Speed Racer.
Yes.
Yes. This thing was a big part of my childhood, the original anime series. Yeah. What about you?
It is actually one of the first things I can remember watching on Cartoon Network.
Oh, man.
I had a family member, a cousin, aunt, uncle, something like that. We were staying at their house, and they had cable and had Cartoon Network.
Oh, nice.
And
It's always a plus, right?
Yes,
you go
absolutely.
Visit a relative's house and they have cable.
And I can remember, God, man, I was, 7, 8 years old maybe? And yeah, I can remember seeing the cartoon and kind of liking it. You
nice.
know?
That's pretty cool,
definitely.
right?
Yeah.
Cool. So, having seen the cartoon, what did you think of Speed Racer, the movie?
First off, I thought it was kind of weird that it is $1.
Right, it's $1, right?
You know,
it's a deal.
Me and you found that movie Ninja, which was in our first video,
buck, right?
yeah, and that seemed like a $1 movie.
Yeah, definitely.
I felt like this could be still sold in Walmart, at least at the $5 bin.
I totally agree.
Know?
Yeah.
I thought, man, when it first came out, I didn't see it. I didn't see it in theaters. I didn't watch it on TV. I didn't watch it on DVD.
Nothing.
It was kind of off-putting, the visuals.
Right.
I really wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, it came out at an odd time.
Yeah,
you know?
So I kind of, was like, screw it, whatever.
Sure.
And but I watched it this past week because of this video, and was very pleasantly surprised.
Cool. Are you a fan of the Wachowskis?
Yes. Well, some of their stuff.
All right.
Some of their stuff.
Yeah, I think we can all say that.
Jupiter Rising was garbage.
Yeah, man.
And I've seen.
It was really pumped up like it was gonna be a great film. Man.
Absolutely.
And I was hoping for the best there.
And I've seen Sense8.
What do you think of that on Netflix?
It was all right.
Could you stick through it to the end?
No, I couldn't.
Neither could I.
And that's kind of bad because I know...
I feel bad about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
J. Michael Straczynski, who is one of my favorite writers, is involved on Sense8.
He is, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But it wasn't my cup of tea.
I could empathize with that, man.
Yeah, it wasn't my cup of tea.
Yeah, likewise. But this film is... definitely worth $1.
Oh yeah,
I mean it's worth more than $1. I was thinking when I was watching this, I was like, I should go to the place where I purchased this and just put it back there, like for just for somebody else to just get it. Because to me, it's totally worth more than $1. Man.
Yeah,
like it is a legit film. A little short of calling it a masterpiece, but it is. There are not many films like that.
No,
like you could tell these guys, the Wachowskis, were really inspired by the cartoon.
Yeah.
And they put it all out there, man.
Yep.
Like it has foreground in focus, background in focus. It looks like a moving, living cartoon brought to life.
No, it really does. Even the beginning of the movie when you see young Speed, it is all animated.
It's like child's world, right? Yeah. And I felt at home when I saw that scene. Like, that's how I was taking tests, just like
don't want to be here.
I don't want to be here.
I want to doodle.
Yeah.
Tick off my teacher.
Yeah. And join the racer family. So that was pretty cool. It's definitely worth $1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Why do you think it didn't get so much attention when it came out?
That year, I think that was around the time we were getting like Iron Man.
Iron Man did debut that year, right?
And I think tastes had kind of changed.
Yeah.
I think the visuals put people off.
Right.
I don't think they look cheap on accident, and I don't mean cheap. They do. They look cheap.
It didn't look like The Matrix, right?
Yeah, it didn't look as well as other movies were looking.
You got Iron Man and did we get Batman Begins that year, or was it Dark Knight?
One of those. We had a Nolan movie that year.
We definitely did, and that's a game changer.
Yeah, and that was just people weren't looking for this,
right? No,
and also Speed Racer, unlike a lot of properties out there, like your Ninja Turtles, your Ghostbusters, and things like that. There's only been one Speed Racer that I know of, so there wasn't something that recent audiences could, there wasn't a touchstone back to,
right?
Exactly. You had to be into the original
from the
cartoon.
childhood, Oh, I love, from watching it as a kid, Speed Racer. But all right, and so basically, Speed Racer here is a film. It stars Emile Hirsch. It stars Christina Ricci, Matthew Fox, John Goodman, Susan Sarandon, Roger Alman. He does a great job as EP Arnold Royalton. Is that the megalomaniac?
Yeah, that's the big corporation guy.
Big corporation guy. Yeah. And the film basically is about the battle between the little guy that's passionate and has these natural abilities and the big hegemony of the corporation.
Yeah.
Basically, you have here Speed, who is devastated by the loss of his brother.
Brother Rex, who had gone off. Something happened in his racing life, and you see this whole scene where he's like, his dad, played by John Goodman's like, if you leave, you can never come back, and he leaves, and then you see like a montage about like dirty racing, and then
there's a lot of politics in there.
Yeah, and then you get to this whole there's like a cannonball run cross country type rally race, and he dies in that.
Right? Yeah, and they show the news footage within the film. Yeah, so and basically it picks up from there, and we're following Speed as he's trying to follow in his brother's footsteps, his brother's Rex footsteps, who he believes is now deceased. However, this new turn of events, which brings Speed to the attention of the large corporation. Royalton. Yep. Which is kind of like the devil of racing here. You know, it shows how like
fixing races.
Yeah, fixing races, and it's like the corporate. It's like the higher you go, the evil it gets. You know, like it gets your passion gets tainted, right? You know, and here you have Speed and his father and his family. They all have like it's like they have octane in their blood or something, man. Yeah, definitely. It's like they're really passionate about racing, and here they're tempted to join this race and join this company and everything like that, and at the same time suss out the bad guys within the organization, because it's got the mafia and everybody involved in it and everything, and Rex may or may not be dead. Which is an interesting
mysterious
thing.
Racer X,
right? Yeah. So that's a cool thing, and it's basically about it's the battle between passion and money. Then that's what the film is. And again, with Speed Racer, hard to come by with films like that. I mean, I can't point out another film that. I mean, it looks like these guys just like shot their. They had a vision. They just shot their wad at it, man. They're like, this is it. It's going to be neon candy. It's going to be dripping with fluorescent. It's
very vibrant and sharp. Sharp imaging.
Sharp imaging, man. Yeah, the imagery is really powerful.
Even though it looks cheap.
It does have some cheap moments, but you know what? When this originally came out, I saw it. I had the privilege to see it in the theater, and the theater really does it justice. Not so much as the home video.
Okay.
Home video, like I watched this, it's definitely worth $1, but I felt like if it was maybe a 4K DVD or something like that, it'd be a better experience.
Okay.
But in the theater, watching Speed just drift that Mach 8 around those corners and everything like that, it was another
Mach 5 and Mach 6.
Yeah. Mach 5. Yes,
Mach 8. That'll be in the sequel that we never got.
Yeah, that we never got. Right. Yeah, which they were hoping that they would make. Man, apparently they promised a few of the stars that they'd be doing a follow up.
I think maybe not with these same stars, but I think you could take a very similar approach and give us. I don't want to say a reboot, but give us a sequel that's kind of like a soft reboot, kind of like how Episode 7 was a soft reboot for the Star Wars universe.
We could do that.
I think you could do something like that, and with modern technology, make it look a little bit crisper, a little bit cleaner. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Definitely. I think that could work, Kyle. It'd be interesting. Would you go with the same cast if you did a soft reboot?
Maybe if you are making a true sequel, and Speed Racer, maybe he's retired, he's been out of the game for a while, and maybe even Spritel is up and coming, something like that. Yeah, maybe, but I'd try to do like a soft reboot with a new cast, a new reason for Speed and Racer X to kind of get involved. So
you think it should be rated R? I mean, this was like rated. Is this PG or PG-13?
I think it was PG.
Yeah, it's PG. It's exactly PG.
You can do a PG-13 Speed Racer. Get away with a little bit more.
You could.
Make it a little bit darker.
It was missing that. It was missing that darkness
like an edge.
to really draw in like hardcore fans, because it was really feeling like something that...
It was a kid's movie.
It's a family movie. It's a family movie,
absolutely.
No qualms about it. And, the filmmakers were really unapologetic about it.
Yes.
As much as they could be.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I definitely feel like that thing was worth more than $1.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Like I said, at least $5 bin.
$5 bin, man.
At like Walmart, Target.
I pay for it.
Yeah,
for sure. It has some great scenes in it, though. What's your favorite scene of the movie?
My favorite scene in the movie... I like the towards the end in the cross country like rally race and the big switcheroo they have inside that mountain pass.
Right. Oh yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool with all the guns and stuff. It was a real cool action
Racer
sequence.
X and everything.
Yeah. It was a very cool action sequence. So.
Definitely.
Yeah. There's a great scene with Royalton where Speed talks about like I said, the little man, the joy of racing, the spirit of racing and stuff like that. And Royalton just like shits all over his dreams. And he's like, look, that race that you love so much with Ben, I can't remember Ben.
It was
Burns. Ben Burns, I think is the name. He's like,
Burns,
that was fixed. We fix every race so that way we can drive up the costs and prices of goods and services. And that's the real spirit of racing. And, yeah, that was interesting.
It's interesting. It gets like a little. It's an interesting parable. It almost feels like the Wachowskis are kind of like commentating on their experience as filmmakers. Almost, it's like
possible.
In a way that you have this passion and you want to just make art. But it's not possible to almost make commercial art without the money, and the higher you go, it's almost like the more corrupt it kind of gets almost,
Absolutely.
And the film does a great job of showing that passion can triumph, In the end, Speed does manage to win the race.
Yes, he does.
Oh man, that ending when it like the finish line rotates all around Speed and everything? That's pretty cool.
It was pretty cool. That definitely the cinematography was unique. It was a good feel.
Yeah.
They put a lot of money into being able to spin the camera around a stationary car.
Definitely.
And make it look like it's moving.
Bullet time.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, absolutely. I give a lot of credit to the animators for the film.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
I think they purposefully went with this like cheap feel to make it cartoony, but that doesn't mean it was poor quality. Mm-hmm. I think the look is cheap, but the actual quality of work is
it's solid.
Yeah, it's solid.
Yeah, but definitely it's meant to ape like a cartoon.
Yes.
From that era, Yeah, so
and
there's some cheesy moments.
Oh yeah,
but it is it's pretty cool.
Yeah, at the end of the movie, after winning this cross country race, the same one that killed his brother, he gets the invite to go to the Grand Prix, the big race of the year, the one that's fixed. They've already chosen a winner,
right?
And he gets the invite from a gentleman, I cannot remember the name, Toko. Anyways.
Taiji Tokokan. Yeah,
Tokokan, there it is. Tokokan. He had kind of used Speed to raise the price of his family's business.
He did,
and he says, no, I won't race, because Royalton, of course, is like, you can't race because we're going to fix it for so-and-so to win.
Yeah.
And his sister, Tokokan's sister, brings Speed Racer the invite, and she's like, hey, since you were part of the winning team, you can go race at the Grand Prix. Royalton's all up in arms. He's like, I'll give money to anybody that takes Speed Racer out. I don't even want him out of the locker room.
Right.
And Speed ends up, he uses an illegal like grappling hook underneath Speed's car, one of Royalton's drivers.
That shot.
And Speed hits his little struts that pops the car up so the cameras can see it.
Cool, yeah.
And so you end up big win. Speed Racer wins the Grand Prix and proves that racing can be real and not just set.
It can be about passion. Yeah. And art can triumph.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why I feel like it's a commentary on the Wachowskis' experience making films, because you go to Matrix 1 and that thing was like
passion project.
Passion project, man. I mean, these ideas in this film I'd never seen before anywhere.
Nope.
And then it made like a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Merchandise, crazy. You know, you have graphic novels, action figures, and everything like that. And then to capitalize off of that, it's like we get the sequels that are derivatives, that are poor copies. And to me, it's just like, my God.
That was the studio saying, hey, you did real well. Do more of that. Don't even come up with something original. Just do more of that.
Yeah. And I feel like this was their
definitely.
release to go, this is how it is.
I can see that.
Your art will be challenged,
Yeah.
And it's interesting because then they went and they did Cloud Atlas afterwards,
Yeah.
And
that one did decent.
It did decent,
better
even
than some others.
Ascending, I felt like they were original ideas, but they weren't executed in the
best
way.
It was poor execution.
Poor execution, man. Yeah. It's like, we need to get the Wachowskis back from the Matrix, man. Yeah. from the original one. But through and through, I think it was definitely a solid $1, man. Like it's not a waste, you know. I watched it.
Not at all.
Yeah, I watched it again. It has Emile Hirsch. Did you know that there were actually a few other stars considered for the role of Speed before Emile Hirsch?
No, who else was considered?
Wow, we had Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I could see that.
Yeah?
And I think Emile... Joseph Gordon-Levitt, I'm wondering if he would have taken it too serious.
It's possible, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I begin to wonder if he would be trying to make it more than what it was.
Right.
I think Hirsch did a good job of delivering the performance that the Wachowskis were looking for.
It's a delicate balance, right? To keep it cartoony and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure, I can see that. And we also had Sheila Bauff. What do you think about that choice? He laughed.
This was right around the same time Transformers started, right? 2008? Was that when this? 2007, right. 2008?
About that time, yeah.
Yeah. Look, Shy is what he is. He's definitely taken a leap off the deep end in recent years.
Yeah.
He's been very politically active, but not necessarily efficient in his activism. He's kind of become a joke, just because of the way he delivers stuff. That and while the first Transformers film was great, and I really did enjoy the first Transformers movie,
right? Yeah.
The follow-ups weren't all that great, and his character grates on you.
Right.
And
the further you go into the Transformers universe, right?
Yeah, it does. And he had no real chemistry with Megan Fox. He ended up getting rid of her, bringing in that supermodel.
It was all
for the third one. And
Michael Bay.
I mean, the first movie was great. He did okay in it, but
he did all right.
You got to take him in small doses.
Yeah, right. You can't get like a full injection of him there.
No, you can't mainline.
It's going to overload the system.
Can't mainline the shot.
No, I like that one. Yeah. And we also had, there was 2 more folks considered for it. Zac Efron.
Okay.
And this last one might be a little interesting to you. Johnny Depp.
Oh, God. What were they going to do?
This was back in '95 because this film was like a decade in
the works?
development hell. And just in like changing.
Well, even in '95, what were they going to do? Like with Johnny Depp?
I don't know. Yeah, Johnny Depp, man.
He's not a fit.
Yeah,
he's not a fit at all. That one, right? I see. Whenever somebody mentions Johnny Depp, I see 3 things.
What's that?
I see 21 Jump Street, the show that he was in, right? I see Nightmare on Elm Street, the original,
and
I see Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's all you got. That's it.
I hear Johnny Depp, and those are the first 3 things that pop into my mind.
That's the first.
And none of those fits Speed Racer.
I don't see how.
Regardless of what age you're going to play him as. No.
You sure you're going to have Pirates of the Caribbean Johnny Depp playing Speed?
Speed Racer all.
Right. Yeah. He's spaced out.
Whatever, dude.
Cool. I definitely think it was worth $1, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's definitely a solid film through and through. It was a box office bomb at the time, though.
Yeah, it was. Unfortunately, like I said, I didn't go see it because I didn't think it looked right.
Right. So that's interesting. So when you saw the marketing for it, you didn't think that the film looked interesting at the time. I
was kind of caught in the same what I think a lot of people were caught in, which is I want my action movies to look more real. I wanted it to have I was down with the idea of a live action Speed Racer, but I'm thinking Gone in 60 Seconds. I'm not thinking what they delivered.
Yeah,
and I feel kind of bad that I didn't give it a shot back when it first came out.
For sure,
because it probably would have been really great to see in theaters.
It was
a huge screen.
That was awesome to see him drifting around the track and everything.
Yeah.
It felt like a Hot Wheels 1990s commercial coming to life, man. That's what it felt like. A moment from my childhood put up on the big screen.
What did you think about the? So I know it's all cartoony and stuff like that, but I kind of got annoyed how every time they're doing something, it's just the cars are spinning around and everything's a spin, everything's a drift.
Yeah.
And they didn't really...
I thought about that.
They didn't really have any, racing skills in it. It was all, exaggeration.
It's all characters,
right? How'd you feel about that?
Yeah, I felt like, I was like, okay, this is them trying to, capture the spirit of the cartoon. They want to put these, these quirky characters in here, have them in the race, but at the same time, it felt like the racing and the mechanics of the racing were not that thoroughly thought out.
No, not at all.
Because every time I look at him, it looks cool when he's drifting around, but I don't get that Days of Thunder feeling from it, you know.
No.
So I can definitely get your point with Gone in 60 Seconds, because we had a little bit of that. Maybe we should have had Nicolas Cage as Speed, you know.
I like Gone in 60 Seconds. That's a great movie.
It was an awesome movie, man. Yeah, that's a classic with you know, Shelby GT and everything, man.
Yeah, a lot of beautiful cars in there.
Oh my God, that movie can be put on any day in my house.
I can watch it.
And I'll watch it, man.
Yep, absolutely.
Nick Cage is great. What do you think about a sequel for this film? You think that'll happen?
Like I said, we could do like a soft reboot.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to recast and make it take place shortly after the win of the Grand Prix.
Sure.
You could have something where the corporations are coming back after Speed. You could have the whole game changes because of Speed winning, and now you've got real racing again, and nothing's fixed.
It's all pure, right?
Right, but you've got either maybe a young up-and-comer trying to... That might be an interesting take on it. A young up-and-coming racer that is going to try to take Speed Racer at you know, legitimately and win the Grand Prix. And you could even have a whole Rocky-type thing where the young guy actually loses to Speed but learns a lesson.
Learns a lesson, right? You know? Yeah, that'd be cool.
Definitely. I don't think you need to necessarily go back with like a corrupt organization.
Right, we've been through that.
Yeah, we've already done that.
And he ended up in jail and in prison and everything. And so, racing's pure.
Yep, let's see something like that.
Cheaters lose, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a great parable. It's a great lesson in the film.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I wish that it had done better when it came out, because maybe
we'd get the sequel.
Yeah. I don't think we're getting the sequel now.
No, but you know what? You could do...
What's that?
A Hulu or Netflix cartoon. Kind of like in the vein of Voltron.
You could.
Yeah,
sure.
You could definitely do something like that. I could see that.
Yeah. Well, I hope we see it. If we don't, in the meantime, we do have Speed Racer for $1.
$1.
It's $1.
At your local... Can't mention the actual chain, but one of those stores where everything is sold for $1.
It's not expensive.
Yeah, it was there.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Awesome. Well, it's another. I buy that for $1.
Yeah, and I'd definitely buy it for $1.
Definitely. Well, that's the conclusion, folks. And Stephon White here again with
Kyle Malone. You can find me at that Kyle Malone on Twitter, and of course our wonderful website with all the great contributors, lrmonline.com.
Awesome. And Kyle also set up a Twitter recently.
You did?
I took your
High
advice.
five.
I set up a Twitter.
Where are you at?
I am at Stephon White 13 and it's on Twitter.
Cool stuff.
Yeah, did it last night, as a matter of fact. I felt like I was, you know, in Stone Age.
Just for this, right?
Just for this,
so you can say it on video.
Just so I can say it on video.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I had to. Awesome, folks. Well, we'll see you next time. This has been another edition of I Buy That for $1. And again, in this instance, that's 2 so far, Kyle.
Yes.
Buy for $1. $2.
Yes. I'm waiting for the loser.
Well spent.
Yeah.
When is the loser going to come?
I don't know. Hopefully never.
I hope not, man. I like to keep adding to my collection, but, you know, and these cheesy dollar films are great. And, folks, here's to the third one. Till next time.
Hey, don't forget to hit that like button, that share button, that follow button, that bell, the website. Click on it like 10 times. All that good stuff, so you can keep up with all the great stuff coming from lrmonline.com and our videos and upcoming podcasts as well. Thanks.